7.2 Adam Lindo. To find out more about my client, I had to perform a questionnaire. The first aspect of health I looked up was diet. From asking Mason a few questions, I found out that one of his strengths was that he had a relatively healthy diet. This is because I learnt that he eats the correct amount of calories for how much he's burning, therefore, he has a balance. This means that he will not become overweight or not become too skinny. He also works a physical job, and this means that he must eat more calories than the average person, and he goes gym 3 to 4 times a week. This means it's sometimes hard to keep on top of eating the right amount, and it is good that he does. He also does not eat too many unhealthy foods, which has a big positive effect on his health, as there is no fatty foods which have a negative effect on your internal organs, for example, your heart, making your arteries clogged up with fats. Although it is all good that he's eating the correct amount of calories, it does not necessarily mean that his diet is healthy. This is because I've also learnt that he does not eat a balanced diet. This is because he's getting all his calories from carb-loaded foods like your pasta and rice, and he does not eat enough fruit and vegetables. As he said, he only eats 1 to 2 pieces a day. These are essential for your body to function, as they contain essential vitamins, for example, vitamin D, which is needed in your body from the months from October to March, as it is not able to pick it up from the sun, and it makes it even more important to be in the diet. This is easily fixed though, as he could easily add a couple of pieces of fruit and veg to his start of the day in a smoothie, or he could have vitamins before he goes to bed and as he wakes up. The next aspect that I looked up was alcohol. This shows that he has a strength, as it gets him out the house and relieves him of stress. This greatly improves his social well-being, as he has a very stressful life looking after 2 children, pretty much being a single parent, as his wife is unable to look after them. He is at his happiest when he is drinking, and even though it's not good for you, it's having a very positive effect on his mental health. Although it is all good and well that he's going out, alcohol is also a depressant, and even though it can make you feel happy for a short amount of time, over time it will have a negative effect on his mental health, and it will start to catch up with him. This is also a problem, as he is drinking far too often. Mason is a borderline alcoholic, and he would find it very hard to cut it out of his diet completely. It's extremely bad for him, as it has a very negative effect on the vital organs like the brain, liver, kidneys, and the heart. As he's been drinking for 20 years plus regularly, he's going to have lasting damage on those organs, and if he does not stop soon, he will have life-threatening diseases. He can improve this by not drinking as much or having non-alcoholic beverages instead. The next lifestyle area that I asked some questions about was smoking. This was a very positive strength for Mason, as he does not have any history of smoking, which is extremely good for his health. The reason for this is that his mum was a heavy smoker, and consequently, she passed away from lung cancer due to her heavy smoking. It's good that Mason doesn't smoke because smoking also has no positive effects on the body, and he would only be damaging his lungs. Mason not smoking also shows that he can make good decisions for himself. This is because with a parent who does something like smoking, it probably would have been hard for him to not pick it up, as his mum was a big influence in his life, but he managed not to. This shows a good quality, and he can use this to improve other parts of his lifestyle. However, he has suffered the effects from secondary smoking when he was a young child. This is because his mum would smoke in the rooms with the windows and doors shut, and he would be inhaling the air. She would also do this in the car, and it was not good for his lungs as he was young and still developing. This is all well and good as long as he does not pick it up from now, which is extremely unlikely. The next lifestyle factor that I looked up was stress. I asked a few questions on stress as it seems like he has a very stressful lifestyle. A strength for Mason is that he does not find his job stressful. This is a huge positive as he spends most of his day at work, and for some people it would be stressful as he's running his own construction company. He says that he enjoys his job and that he loves it. However, this is all well and good, but at home he could make improvements to better his mental health. This is because he is stressed at home. He has two children that he has to look after whilst working long hours. This makes him stressed as he feels like he's not giving them the right attention and enough time that they need. And he's finding it hard as a single parent pretty much to do so, as his wife is very ill. To improve this, he could get a babysitter maybe, even though it's expensive. It doesn't matter as he's already wealthy. And it would definitely relieve him of stress. The final lifestyle factor that I looked at was physical activity. This also had very good positives, as Mason does take part in a lot of physical activity. He goes to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, which is more than the average recommended level. He also knows what he's doing in the gym, so he isn't just going on the treadmill for an hour, but instead he's doing weight training. Going to the gym helps relieve him of stress and some other lifestyle factors. He is also getting healthier, which has a positive effect on his mental well-being. However, Mason going to the gym is very time consuming, and he does not think the time should be committed to going to the gym when he has to look after his children. This means that he has to make sacrifices by maybe not giving his children a lift home from school to go to the gym, and this makes him feel guilty, as he does not think a father should be doing this. To improve his physical activity, instead of just being unorganized, he can make a routine which will improve his mental health and better his results in the gym By this I mean he can make a plan of every day what time he's going to go to the gym and plan everything around this. Overall, over all lifestyle factors, Mason showed huge strengths. However, there are some weaknesses and areas for improvements.